Alright, let's dive into something that's been buzzing in the soccer world lately, and trust me, it's a real head-scratcher. So, here's the deal. USMNT star Malik Tillman recently spoke out about Folarin Balogun's red card controversy during the World Cup. Now, this isn't just about a player getting a red card. It's about the aftermath, the politics, and the bigger questions it raises. Personally, I think this story is a perfect example of how sports can intersect with power dynamics and decision-making in ways that leave fans like us scratching our heads. What makes this really interesting is the context. Balogun received a red card in the USMNT's 2-0 win against Bosnia and Herzegovina, which should have meant an automatic one-game ban for the next match against Belgium. But here's where it gets messy. President Donald Trump reportedly intervened, pushing FIFA President Gianni Infantino to overturn the suspension. Now, FIFA's disciplinary committee did something highly unusual. They gave Balogun a suspended sentence instead of the standard ban. In my opinion, this raises a deeper question. Should external political influence ever play a role in on-field decisions? It's a slippery slope, and one that Tillman clearly isn't comfortable with. From my perspective, Tillman's comments are more than just a player's opinion. They're a reflection of the integrity of the game. He said, "A red card is a red card and should stand." Simple, right? But what many people don't realize is how rare it is for players to speak out against decisions like this, especially when it involves high-profile figures like Trump. Tillman's stance isn't just about Balogun. It's about the principle of fairness and consistency in sports. If you take a step back and think about it, this situation could set a precedent for future controversies, and that's worrying. Now, let's talk about the Belgium match. Even with Balogun back on the field, the USMNT had a disastrous 4-1 loss. This raises another point. Did the overturned suspension even matter? Personally, I think it's less about the outcome of that game and more about the optics. The decision to reverse the red card made FIFA look like it was playing favorites, and that's a stain on the tournament's credibility. A detail I find fascinating is how Tillman, despite being a teammate, was willing to call out this inconsistency. It shows a level of integrity that's rare in today's sports landscape. But let's zoom out for a second. This controversy isn't just about one player or one match. It's part of a bigger trend in sports, where external factors often overshadow the game itself. What this really suggests is that we need clear boundaries between politics and sports. In my opinion, the moment you start allowing political figures to influence on-field decisions, you're undermining the very essence of competition. It's not just about fairness, it's about preserving the sanctity of the game. Switching gears a bit, Tillman also opened up about his struggles at Bayer Leverkusen, and honestly, it's a side of him we don't often see. He admitted to having a rocky relationship with former coach Kasper Julmand, which, in my opinion, is a reminder that even the biggest stars face challenges behind the scenes. What makes this really interesting is how candid he was about needing a fresh start. With a new coach in place, he's clearly looking for a reset, but what many people don't realize is how much a player's mental state can impact their performance. It's not just about skill, it's about feeling supported and understood. One thing that immediately stands out is Tillman's criticism of Leverkusen's management during the World Cup. He mentioned feeling a lack of support, which, from my perspective, is a red flag for any club. If you're a top player representing your country on the biggest stage, you'd expect your club to have your back. This raises a deeper question. How much does a player's relationship with their club affect their international performance? It's something we don't talk about enough, but it's clearly a factor here. So, where does this leave us? Tillman's comments about Balogun's red card and his own club situation paint a picture of a player who's not afraid to speak his mind. Personally, I think that's what makes him such a compelling figure. He's not just a talented midfielder. He's someone who cares about the integrity of the game and his own growth as a player. If you take a step back and think about it, that's the kind of mindset we need more of in sports. Closing thought. This whole situation leaves me wondering, how much control do players and fans really have over the decisions that shape the game? Tillman's comments are a call to action. Reminder that we should all be questioning the systems in place. So, what do you think? Is it time for a bigger conversation about the influence of politics in sports? Let me know in the comments below. I'm all ears.